Hello 99 Army, boys and girls, and welcome back to another storytime video. Today I will be talking about my first trip to Europe. Now, before I get into the story that I have for you today, I would like to thank one of my good friends, Braden, for supplying background gameplay for me to use today. In case you do not know, he and I are part of a YouTube channel called Mentally Unstable Entertainment with a few of our friends, and that we would all appreciate it if you checked out the Mentally Unstable Entertainment channel after you get done with this video. So, without further ado, let's get into the story time. A couple of weeks ago, I was informed by my grandmother, well, one of my grandmothers, whom I call Bela, that she is going to take my sister and I to Italy in June. The trip to Italy will mark the third time I have been to Europe. Obviously, I'm going to talk about the first time, and the second time was last summer, late June, early July, well, early to mid-July, when I went to Spain and Madrid and went on that pilgrimage hike, which some of my viewers will remember that and know about that, which I vlogged that trip. And I say that because I will be vlogging the trip to Italy this summer, in case you are interested in that. And jokingly enough, I will be like Rick Steves and film the meals there, which, if you don't know who Rick Steves is, then please look that up so that you understand the reference that I'm trying to make. But yes, I don't really know how to start talking about the trip to London. Sorry guys if I cough during this video, it's just that I'm a little bit sick, so I do apologize. But yes, I don't really know how to start talking about the London trip other than saying that I really enjoyed the trip. And I will apologize in advance if I do not give a whole lot of detail. But you have to keep in mind that I was 12 at the time, and that was 5.5 years ago. The only thing I really disliked about the trip was the overnight plane trip to and from London. I am one of those people that find it difficult to sleep on a plane, no matter what time it is, so any plane trip to Europe is bad for me because of jet lag. I mean, I can't remember experiencing this in the London trip, but the trip to Spain, oh yes, I definitely remember it. Oh heck yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah, which I was so jet lagged on the first day going to Spain, while we were in Spain, that I didn't want to eat lunch, and I was visibly tired, and instead of eating lunch, I just wanted to fall asleep and, all that. I mean, I guess I can't fall asleep on a plane because of the fact that I'm sitting upright and I don't have anything to lean forward. So what I mean is that at the end of the school year, whenever we've gotten our work done and stuff like that, whenever we don't do anything for a day or two, then I might sleep and I might lay my head down and sleep. No, you can't exactly do that and get comfortable. Yes, I know they have tray tables and all that, but I just can't get comfortable on the tray table. I don't know why. Which, as a matter of fact, on the plane trip there to Spain, I was. Alright, sorry about this. Which I was watching some Simpsons, I was playing some Bejeweled, I was listening to some music, and I was watching some other cartoons on the TV there. I mean, I'll say again that I don't know why I can't fall asleep on the plane. Some of you, it's just easy for you, but that's enough with that topic or that train of thought. I went to London with my sister, my dad, my mom, and my grandparents. Now, let me clarify this and say that Bella is my dad's mom. These grandparents that I'm talking about are my mom's parents. And the aunt and uncle that I'm about to mention is are on my mom's side of the family. So, like, all the relatives, except for my dad, of course, and my sister, are on my mom's side of the family. Which I think is kind of funny, but still. We went to see my aunt and uncle who were living in London at the time, but they have since moved back to the US. I don't exactly know why, but I will be seeing my aunt at Christmas time, so maybe I can ask her at Christmas time. My family and I stayed in an English style apartment across from the big science museum. Yeah, which the living which kind of the big living room with the TV and the couches and all that. If you looked out the window there, you could see the big science letters there. You could see that clearly. And I was looking at Google Images a couple of days ago, and I was getting deja vu looking at that. Hold on, I need to. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't choose to be sick, okay? I, but I do. I also remember going to a couple of towers, going to the Victoria and Albert's Museum, taking a bus tour of the city of London, just like I did this past summer of Madrid, which is in the second day of the Spain vlogs, if you're interested in the vlogs. I remember I also remember visiting my aunt and uncle, and they hung out with us quite a bit. Yeah, which might I take a second from the story to say that my aunt and uncle are nice, and my grandparents were nice to take me on the London trip. So, yeah. I also remember. Well, I don't remember cough, but I also remember checking out some cars with my dad because he is an old European car fanatic. And I don't mean just England either. I mean all of Europe. You know, like German cars, Swedish cars, Italian cars, etc., etc. Specifically old. Yes. Yes, my dad is an old European car fanatic in every sense of the word. You know how I have a whole channel dedicated to my love of football, which is the Football Nerd, where I have a lot of football knowledge on there? My dad is the same way, but with old and, in cases, some new European cars, and European cars in particular, but he really likes the older cars better than the newer cars. I think because he grew up around the older cars, but I'm not too sure. And just like in Spain this past summer, which I think I caught him on camera checking out a car or two. If not, then I witnessed it. I'm sorry you guys didn't, but yeah. Good job, Braden, on clearing that level there. But yes, as a matter of fact, my dad used to work on old European cars for a living, which I think is cool. And despite the chunk of time my dad spent taking pictures of the cars that he liked, he enjoyed everything else we did. You know, jokingly enough, jokingly enough, I think my dad likes going to European countries a little bit for the cars. My dad likes going to European countries because of all the cool things that are in each country. But I bet that he would tell you that he doesn't mind going there to look at the cars sometimes either. Which, I don't blame him. I like the old cars too. I like old European cars, but I don't have an obsession. I wouldn't call my dad's thing an obsession. Which he still works on them. That's his hobby, but I'm not going to get into personal detail about what he's doing now. It's not illegal what he's doing, but I know him well enough that he wouldn't want me to share it on YouTube. So I'm not going to. But, yeah. I don't really know how to end this storytime video, but I will say that my sister and I enjoyed our first trip to Europe, and everyone else enjoyed their return trip to England. Yes, every single person had been, or didn't I just say Europe instead of England? Now everyone else that I mentioned throughout the story time, besides my sister and I, like my dad, my mom, my grandparents, my aunt and uncle, heck, even Bella, my other grandmother, has been to England, and specifically London, before. I think before all this, so. Yeah, I know before all this. What am I talking about? I need to get my thoughts together. But yes, I would highly recommend going to any European country if you're thinking about it, based on the fact that Europe is a good place to visit, especially from what I've experienced during the summer. I haven't been to Europe during the winter time, so like this time of year I haven't been there, and I don't plan to go to Europe in the winter time. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but there's no plans for me to do that. But yeah, I would definitely go to Europe, any country in Europe, based on the grounds of it is nice this time of year, and good job, Braden, on finishing that again. And I would recommend going to Europe on the grounds of it is nice this time of year, and based off of the fact that the countries are great. I enjoyed my 2 previous trips to Europe, and that Europe, a lot of countries in Europe could use the tourist money from your pocket. So, yes. Yeah, if you don't know about Europe's economy, some of the countries in Europe don't have the greatest economy. That's not to say that they're not good places to visit, but they could definitely use your dollar. But yes, I do believe that that will do it for this storytime video. And until the next storytime video, I will see you all later. Goodbye, guys. Thank you all for watching.